Now the Ford EcoSport originally was a good looking car, but with all the stiff competition, it needed some upgrades. And with this iteration, it's back with better looks and it certainly looks much more macho. Mind you guys, this is not a completely new version of the EcoSport, it is a facelift, meaning that it's more about the nips and tucks here and there. What I can tell you is that the seeming focus of the design team was to make the car appear more butch, bigger and taller. Starting with, there are a number of changes on the outside, especially at the front. The fog lamps and indicators have now been integrated into a set of large triangular housings as well. Now the new redesigned front grille and the headlamps are the new styling factors here, and they certainly make the EcoSport look much more meaner. The new Ford family grille is what makes it look much better. The use of chrome adds to the appeal, and around the sides, the new design for the alloys looks good. And at the back, you'll only find a new design for the optional spare wheel cover, which our cars didn't have fitted. And some good news, for the top spec models, we get 17-inch alloy wheels as well. Being a facelift, there have not been a host of changes, love it or hate it. But in my opinion, this version looks much better than the previous versions. There are many changes in the interiors as well. But before talking about anything else, I'll start with the 8-inch infotainment system, which is the biggest in this segment. The new infotainment system is a freestanding unit and is placed nicely within reach. The latest Sync 3 interface from Ford has been used in the new facelift, which was first introduced in the Endeavour as an upgrade from the Sync 2. And is one of the slickest at this price range, and none of the competition has anything on it. The graphics are very sharp, it is almost as responsive as a smartphone, and the UI is attractive as well. It does miss out on sat-nav though, but it gets Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as well. It has some new features as well, like 7 selectable colors for ambient lighting in the footwells, and a valet mode as well. The cabin has certainly taken a change for the better as well. No chrome rings or hoods for the dials are present like before, and even the multi-info display is a tiny monochrome square in the center. The instrument cluster, although simple, is very sharp and looks great under all conditions. Once you start playing around with the MID, you'll also notice a few unexpected features like a digital speedometer and even a tire pressure monitor. And you control all these features through crisp buttons on the smart, new soft leather wrapped steering wheel, which feels very contemporary. The materials used feel like a step up to me, although a dual tone finish would have been much more appreciable. The cup holders and buttons are well placed and give much functionality. The speakers too performed very well in my opinion, and I have not a single complaint about the audio. The new EcoSport seats are upgrade bhayeraheko. There's more padding, which means it's more comfortable. A huge space in the back seat was never one of the EcoSport's strength, thanks partly to its relatively long bonnet. But once you're actually in place in the back seat of the EcoSport, you'll realize it's not that uncomfortable because Ford has raised the seats and used the car's height to maximize interior space. For the facelift, following customer feedback, the cushions have been re-engineered to be a bit softer and the upholstery is more contoured. Ford has, however, removed the recline feature, but they've replaced it with something even better. Instead of the old pull straps that deploy the rear backrest, you now get 2 buttons on the shoulder that let you do it with a touch. The front seats are entirely new. These are wider, especially for back support, and once again the cushioning has been made a bit softer. You still get height adjustment for the driver's seat of course, and the steering wheel is tilt and tele-adjustable as well. Now let's talk about boot space. So the EcoSport ko chai seats haru fold nagarda we have 353 liters of space. Pasadiको back seat fold गरिसकेपछि we have 1158 liters of boot space. But the good thing is यहाँ तल false flooring छ. The false flooring निकालेपछि we have some space for some small stuff as well. Now under the hood we have a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder diesel engine which produces 100 PS of power at 3750 RPM and 205 Nm of torque at 1750 to 3250 RPM. The big headline is the new powertrain option on the petrol variant that now gets the 1.5-litre 3-cylinder Dragon engine. This replaces both the previous 1.5 and the 1.0 EcoBoost petrol options. It is to be available with the 6-speed automatic or the 5-speed manual. On the diesel side, things stay unchanged with the 1.5 TDCi. I drove the top spec diesel and the petrol options, and the good thing is the initial characteristics of the Ecosport are all there. So first up, what I like about this car is that the cabin is very well insulated. You can't hear anything from the outside, which is a big comfort while driving. Petrol engine is obviously tuned to offer good fuel efficiency, and so while it is eager and enthusiastic, it's not electric. But the Dragon certainly impresses and is a massive improvement over the old 1.5 Sigma engine it replaces. What immediately strikes you is how refined it is. Ford has gone all out to smoothen out the initial first-order vibrations 3-cylinder engines are known for. The manual gearbox allows the engine to stretch its legs better and gives you a better overall performance that's more responsive.
So thankfully, पहिलाको Ecosport मा जे राम्रो कुराहरु थियो, this Ecosport has it as well. The only bad thing I have to say about this is around 4000 RPM ma there seems to be a flatline, which is not good while driving.
1.5 TDCi diesel is heaps of fun, as it always was, and you will find no change between the new and old car in pure performance terms. What most people will want to know is if the Ecosport is quick. And I must say it's quick enough, accelerating quite strongly through the gears, taking you to some serious speeds. What you do miss, however, is the mid-range punch of the EcoBoost 1.0 litre that the previous Ecosport had, which made overtaking so effortless. Both the variants that I tested were good performers. While the petrol version is a big step up from the previous version, the diesel is still the choice for me. It is simply more fun, exciting and more responsive as well.